Hello, Webland. How you doing? My name's Stephen Macramella, and I'm a Kung Fu instructor here in Santa Cruz for Chen Lung Six Animals Kung Fu. And I am the author of Unleash the Dragon Within on the martial art that I teach. And what I wanted to do today, while we're all dealing with the effects of COVID-19, is talk a little bit about what martial arts have to offer during this period. Um, one of one of the things that I believe firmly is that anybody who teaches a martial art doesn't really just think of their martial art as some sort of simple science of self-defense. They take it on as a way of life. And my teacher used to call what we do, we used to talk about our martial art as not just a martial art, but a life art. And I think that there are three important elements that turn a self-defense science into a life art. And there's what I call a mythos, a logos, and a morphos. The mythos is the philosophy and the worldview that martial art draws on. It provides guiding principles. The logos are the techniques, and that they usually emanate and come out of the philosophy as a sort of product of that philosophy. And then perhaps what is the most overlooked stage is the morphos. And this is the transformation that anybody undergoes when they persevere through any kind of conflict that they resolve, whether it's violent or artistic. What separates a fighter from a martial artist is knowing, understanding, and embodying their mythos, their logos, and their morphos. One of the most important questions I think that we have as martial artists to ask ourselves is, how do we embody those principles of the philosophy that our art comes from, originates from? And how do we embody those principles, not just for our students in class, but how do we embody them to society at large, to our more immediate community? I think that for martial arts in general, this is an important question that we have to ask ourselves. We don't want to just increase, our audience or our market. We don't want to just increase the number of students who come to our classes. We also want to raise the level of discourse that people have about martial arts in general. That it's not just something you can do as a hobby, usually for a certain kind of violence or defense obsessed kind of person. It's not just for those who have a fascination with action movies. It's about having a conversation where we can talk about martial arts as being something that people can point to as a representation of values that people, where you go to learn not just what those values are, but how to embody them. Whether you're sitting still in meditation or you're on the mat with all of your skills at their most heightened and most ready, whether you're on a street in a moment of risk or danger, or even if you're just in the company boardroom in a business meeting. How can you embody values that make you more of who you are? And so if we can bring martial arts to this place where it becomes a more vibrant part of society that people can refer to more readily, more accessibly in conversation, then I think that we as martial artists would be making a valuable and much needed contribution to society, as well as it would as well, of course, benefit ourselves as well. It would make us better martial artists, perhaps more successful as business owners, but also better teachers, better fathers, mothers, sons, daughters. So that's just a little food for thought, and I hope that you find it interesting. All right, bye for now.